Welcome back to Planet Zoo. We're going to continue in our park, and as you can see, it's snowing at the moment, so you can see those heaters that we were talking about last time and keeping this habitat nice and warm. But our goal for this video is to maybe get 1, maybe 2 more habitats done, as we need at least 3 to move us on to the silver objectives. So let's choose our next animal. What do you think I should pick next? Okay. Should we have something completely different to the Nyalas, like a giant turtle? Or should we go with the American bison? Maybe something a bit more ferocious, like a grizzly bear? We've also got the normal peafowl. Ah, we have a male Nyala, so we're going to put him in. He's going to go into our habitat with the 2 females. Let's go with something different. A Japanese macaque. So we've adopted those animals. Let's pop them into quarantine. And we can get designing our next habitat. So, where should we build it? Should we... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the path out this way and bring it around the edge. I think that might be quite nice. And then we can have sort of some habitats in the middle. Should be quite cool. So first of all, let's go into the paths. Let's remembered what we had last time. I'll take an angle snap off, and we're going to come along this way. Taking angle snap off means that you can have some nice smooth curves. I think we're going to start to snake in this way. I'm going to snake back this way, I think. Be quite nice. Should we make that path slightly wider just to stop congestion? I think we will. So looks like we're going to stick with the smaller path. Can't seem to widen it once we put it down, so we'll just keep that for now. So our animals are ready to be placed into the habitats. So first of all, let's put the Nyala into the habitat for the Nyalas. And we might get some babies. Now, because these are monkeys, we need to think that they can escape. So if we have a wooden wall, they're likely to climb it and just disappear. We don't want that, because they'll cause absolute havoc in the park. So we're going to go with something like the red brick for these ones. Yeah, I'm going to go with the red brick. Going to curve it round. Take it back this way a little bit. Just to go with something slightly different rather than a usual oval or rectangle. I don't want to be boring. There we go. Now, where do we think our viewing bits are going to be? So, I think this one. And that one can be glass. And then I think might take a path round as well. Might be quite nice going through the middle. I think we'll have a window in this one. And we'll also have a window in this one. Maybe that one as well. Now we're going to select this and we are going to make it a lot higher. So let's go up to 5 meters again. Okay. That is our habitat walls. It's time for the animals. Oh. We'll sort them out in a minute. Let's get to macaques. Ah, I know why that's saying invalid. Can you guess? Or did I forget to add onto their barriers? Yep. Adore. Bit silly of me, but you know. Where's that obstructed? Okay. Actually. I don't want it on the corner. Keep it on the curve. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to have staff paths going through the middle. That way then the staff can get to all of the animals without getting stuck. Here we go. Let's try that again then. So let's try getting these macaques in again. Yes, there we go. So they're going to come in here. And I'm going to give the keeper that works on the Nyalas the same habitat. That way. I'll rename it as well. Forgive my spelling because I probably can't spell this properly, but where are they? Are they up? Ah, there we go. Okay. Buildings. Workshop. Okay. Now, before we do anything else, let's make sure these vendors have a staff room to go to. Aim this to vendors. That way then any vendor I have can have the same. Oh. There we go. Rename it in here. Didn't want to work in the other one. The other window. There we go. So okay. I'm just going to pause it for a second just because this wall is really annoying me. So I'm going to edit the barrier. I just want to make that curved. So I think I'm going to have to delete that section. That's better. Much smoother. So let's go with that. We can unpause it now. There we go. And our animals will not disappear. Now let's find them first. Where are they? Where are they? Ah, they blend in the darkness. So we need to set a vet to research them. Now I'm not going to adopt any more because there's a male and female in there, so hopefully if I increase the rest of their welfare they'll start to breed and we'll get much more animals in there. And we need terrain plants, hard shelter. So habitat, hard shelter. Let's use one of these. There we go. Food enrichment, and we may not be able to do this one yet just because we haven't researched them yet. Oh, we can. There we go. So they obviously like climbing, so we're going to give them lots of climbable bits and pieces. Just adding in a few platforms for them to be able to climb onto and run riot from. Also gives the guests a nice view of them as well. we can run ropes between them as well, I think. Whoop. Straight out the habitat. Okay. And we have some rain. So the food and toy enrichment we can't actually do anything about yet until we've researched them a little bit more. Let's put down some food and water for them. So we'll put a feeding platform down and some water. Okay. Let's get rid of that as well for now. I think once we've researched things a little bit more, maybe unlocked a few more bits and pieces, and we'll be able to do what I'm envisioning. Okay, so the next section is onto plants and terrain. So they like a lot. Don't like very much long grass. They prefer short grass. Oh, they actually want snow. Okay, so we need to put in some coolers then as well. Which means for the terrain, we can actually paint in some snow. There we go. And everything's in the green. They want lots of coverage. So, we've got Tagia and Temperate. Let's go into the nature. We're just trying to cover this as much as we can, because they obviously want lots of coverage. They like their privacy. We're going to try and put in a few different plants though. Oh, no, they don't like that one. Remember when I said last time that It'll soon tell you what they like and what they don't like when you put it down, and it shows you essentially whether they like it or not by going red, and that means they don't like it. Oh, they like the apple trees. Oh, I think I put that one outside the habitat. Maybe not, maybe. Great placement. I think there's something wrong with that tree. Let's check all the other ones just to make sure. I'm sitting on the ground. Yep. Don't like the arrowwood as well. Do they like azaleas? Oh, they do. Perfect. Can interject some colour into their habitat. Remember, keep an eye on these bars. If it goes too much, and it'll go red like it did before. Previously. I don't think I'm going to put any more trees in. Do they like bamboo? They do. Let's put some bamboo in then. Think looks like a good habitat in my eyes. Let me know what you think. I think that's probably enough plants. We could just go overboard and keep adding and keep adding and keep adding, but there comes a time when I think it becomes too much and you can overdo it. So I think we're gonna. They are Japanese, so should we put a cherry blossom in? Again, to add a little bit of colour. Haha, they do like the cherry blossom. Breaks it up a little bit. Cherry blossom is one of my favourite plants as well, or trees. It's just so pretty. Okay. It's as much as we can do for the macaque at the moment, until they've bred a little bit and we've got the enrichment in place. So vet research is done on both the Nyala and the macaque. So we'll keep going. I think we've got a few staff issues though. Well, let's clear those. I think I've done those now. Soon find out if I haven't. We also need to put in some donation bins. And then we also need to put in the education boards. Can't see because of the tree. Okay, that's our second habitat. Too many plants, not enough plants. What do you think? Do you like it? Looks quite cool in the snow, doesn't it? Okay. Right, that means we're on to our next one. Let's go for something different this time again. So I think we're going to go for those wildebeest, I think. I like to get both male and female because then at least they can start to breed and fill the habitat a little bit more. And I can start to release them back to the wild, which is always nice. Bit of a conservationist myself, so I do love animals. I love to think about repopulating the wild in places where they won't necessarily have been, or they have but they've gone extinct and they're only in captivity, and so we're bringing them back to their natural habitat, which is always nice. Okay, so should we have the wildebeest by the water? Or should we have them roaming around here? Yep. These animals definitely can't climb. So we're going to go for being in here for now. I think. Being Black Wildebeasts, they're gonna like to have quite a way to run about and frolic, as it were. So give them lots of space to run about and enjoy themselves. We go. Not forgetting the door, of course. I think that's a nice shape. And we're gonna edit the barrier in places to put some windows in again, I think. So we'll have a window there and we'll have a window here. I think we'll have a window here. Plenty of space for people to watch and look and enjoy the animals. Let's select the whole barrier. Again, we're just going to raise it. But then they can't jump over it either. Okay. Okay, quarantine's passed. More vet research done. Employ a security guard. We don't want any crime. There we go. Okay. We have our Black Wildebeest on the way. While we wait for them, let's have a little look at our objectives. So we've done the 175 guests in the zoo. We just need this last habitat and then we can move on to our silver objectives. How are we getting on with the research? Oh, Nyala is on its last one. Then we'll be able to research the wildebeest. There we go.
Looks like we already have a zoo, don't we? That was fast. You're doing me proud, you know. I'll be honest. When I first pictured entrusting someone else to build a zoo, I always imagined it'd be my child doing it. I guess it wasn't to be, huh? Unless... I don't suppose you're open to being adopted, are you? Almost forgot. Now you've completed your first lot of jobs, or bronze objectives, as Nancy likes to say. You can, if you wish, move on to the next zoo. Obviously, I'd prefer that you stayed on here and took care of the rest of those objectives. But I can certainly understand the desire to keep moving onwards and upwards, just like an escalator, or a downwards escalator, which is going the wrong way.
Food and water for our Black Wildebeast. Oh, we already have a few for them. So let's put a few down and they can run about with them. Give them lots of enrichment. There we go, a few feeding balls for them to run about with. Let's give them a few barrels as well. It's always funny to watch them run about and whack them in the air. Okay, onto the train. Okay, so they prefer lots of grass, short grass. They also like long grass as well. Need a bit more soil. Let's put in a bit more soil for them. Let's put a bit more short grass in for them. Bit more rock. There we go. Okay. Plants. Grassland. And the sun's come out for us. You know what? I'm going to start from the bottom this time. Let's see what we got at the bottom. You like the weeping willows? Now this animal, as you can see, doesn't like very much coverage, so we have to keep an eye on that, because if we put too much in, then they will be unhappy. I'm going to put one of them in, I think. Oh, no, they don't like that. Nope. those. Just putting little clusters of these right near the edge now. Thankfully these aren't coverage plants, they're more ground coverage, so I like the nettles as well. Okay. I think we're going to leave it at that for them. And they've got their enrichment. We just need more population, that's all. There we have it. Sparser habitat, but still habitat nonetheless. Again, we need facilities, so let's put in the donation bins. And we also want our education boards as well. Let's check on that vet research again, and we'll see if we can move them over to the keepers assigned. Ah, I forgot to assign the keepers. That's for the macaques. Right, that's the one thing. We need to assign a keeper to this one. Let's go into the style. We're going to have a new keeper, I think. I'm going to create a new work zone. We're going to have that. We also need a keeper hut. We need a keeper hut. Staff room. Let's make keeper hut. think we're gonna have to keep a hut in the middle here, away from everyone else. So we need to go into the foods, don't we? So we can get that. My blueprint. There it is. How did the dangerous animal escape? What? How did you escape? Surely you didn't jump over. Crisis averted. Let's now get our path, and we also need a power facility as well, because this one is not within power range. So, yeah. Try around here, around. Place them next to each other. And then we'll place a path down. There we go. So that work zone needs editing. Go to star and then work zones. And we go to the Black Wildebeast, edit work zone, and then we can just click on the keeper hut. And that way then the keeper has somewhere to go and prepare food and all that jazz. Wonderful. Do we need to make your... I think you just glitched out. I don't think you really jumped that high. Go zooming about. Alright. of people are thinking that the tickets are underpriced, so let's put the ticket prices up. To overview, I'm going to put them up to 5. So, seeing as we completed our bronze objectives, let's have a little look at the silver objectives. So, we have to have 5 habitats and 2 exhibits. Now, exhibits are slightly different. They are smaller animals. They're generally your centipedes, your spiders, your snakes, and all of those wonderful creatures. And they're housed in little huts, a bit like the keeper huts, but they're little exhibit buildings that can be edited and made to look really, really nice. I haven't got the hang of doing that yet, so I'm going to use the pre-made one to put them down. I think we have a perfect little opportunity to put some exhibits here or along this slope, actually. So I think that's where I'm going to put them. Let's upgrade this path. So they're under facilities and under animal exhibits. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to put down a medium one. Yeah. There's 2 there. Can I not put them down here? Doesn't look like it. Oh. That's not where I wanted to put it. No. I'll put them where I wanted to put them. Right. There we go. So that creates this like a little place where people can walk around. Let's now adopt our exhibits. So we got 2 that we can put in there, I think. So I'm only going to get one animal of each. I don't want these breeding because they breed extremely quickly and it's very hard to keep on top of them. So we're going to have a boa constrictor, I think. And I'm actually going to get a spider as well. Don't actually like spiders in real life, but that'll be good. I think I still have to take them to quarantine first. No? Okay, they don't need to go into quarantine. So the spider can go in there. And the boa constrictor can go in the other side. There we go. Let's do our welfare bits for these guys as well. So the temperature has to be up. Humidity is perfect, so let's just move the temperature up to see where they need to be. We will need to research them as well because that's the only way we can get the layout to be better. As you can see, we have to research these bits for us to be able to improve that. So let's move on to the spider. Same goes for the spider again. And the temperature is also not good for them either. Okay. Hire another vet so that they can do the patrols while the others are researching. Ah, yes, we need heaters. Heaters for the wildebeest. It's too cold for them, I think. Yes, too cold. There we go. Should be improving that now. Yes, much better. Obviously slipped my concentration when I was doing that. No problem. All sorted now. Okay. I think we've got a really nice park to start with. Coming in, sort of seeing all the balloons and the food bits, and they get their first glimpse of some animals. Then into some macaques. Yeah, I think it's a good start. I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. Thanks for coming along for this second episode, and I'll hopefully have more for you to see soonish. Happy zoo making, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.